Tell me how you really feel with Laura Francese, a sometimes funny, sometimes poignant, always real look at modern dating and relationships. Let's pull back the masks and get to what is authentic as we give you weekly dating and relationship tips that you can apply in your own life. Now, here's your host, Laura Francese.
Welcome to the show. This week we have Courtney and Alyssa to talk to us about communication for a new couple. Just because you can tweet at each other, hit each other up on Facebook, and blow up each other's cell phones with texts, should you? We'll find out. And a little later we'll answer our mailroom question of the week. And don't forget to connect with us here. Give us feedback, ask your mailroom questions, or just say hi. All right, so what are your thoughts about communication for a new couple? What do you think, Courtney?
I think sometimes texting is a bad thing. Things that you necessarily text might not be things that you'll say to the person face to face. A lot of times texting can be misconstrued also. You might not have meant it to sound harsh or sound any which way, and it can sound that way through texting. So I think talking face to face is probably the best way, or over the phone.
Like, you never know how somebody's gonna take it or what kind of a mood they're in, what kind of a day they had. Mm-hmm. Good advice.
Yes.
Agreed. Absolutely agree with that. I think it's really important, though, to communicate in person. I think even though it may be considered the old-fashioned way, it's the proper way when you first begin dating someone. People read too far into text messages and they can be, interpreted much differently than you intend them to be.
And there's probably subjects that people are talking about before they really even get to know each other via text that should be talked about in person, so that you can really communicate, get to know each other, see the person's facial expressions, body language, and those types of things.
Yeah, you can't see everything through a text, just the words. You can just read them.
Yeah.
Reading between the lines is not easy through a text.
We talked about in an earlier show about communicating too much with a new couple. How do you guys feel about that, killing the vibe? Like with the girl or the guy talking too much. What about keeping those butterflies? How do you think that affects a new couple?
Absolutely. I think too much communication is a bad thing also. Not enough is something that can be construed as bad, but definitely too much communication, like a morning text, an afternoon text, a night text, too much. Maybe once a day when you're first starting out, just to say that, I'm definitely interested in you and I have those butterfly feelings. But after that, I think, too many can be too much.
Yeah, you don't want the feeling to go away.
Absolutely.
Let it just stay. I think too much too soon is bad. Take it slow, and I think you'll appreciate and enjoy the time. Later on in the relationship, you'll look back and realize that it was important to take things slow.
I can see how, if a couple is excited, they really like each other, but to know what each other is doing, every second of the day, I mean, I just don't see that that's necessary. And you want to keep, the mystery and the butterflies of, you want to know that he's thinking of you and she's thinking of him, but every second of the day, I don't know, I think that probably kills it a little bit.
Agreed. Absolutely.
All right. Great advice. I'd say that's some pretty sound advice for new couples, and our mailroom question of the week ties in nicely as far as communication that goes awry. Are you ladies up for another question?
Sure.
All right. Dave wants to know, what do I do about a girl that keeps contacting me, but when it comes to scheduling a date, she pulls a disappearing act? Well, Dave, this is a tough one. Now, I think for a lot of guys, because they feel the heat of her contact and then the coldness of never getting her out. I think it's pretty simple to say that when she wants to go out with you, she will, and pretty much anything else is a game. What do you guys think?
Definitely. Definitely. I think that if she was interested, she would kind of
make the arrangement. She would get back to you.
She'd make the decision right away, especially in the beginning, because she is supposed to be excited that she would contact him almost immediately after receiving that message. Or
Well, and I know a lot of girls who, it seems like they get bored, and so they'll start texting maybe some guy that they're not really interested in just to have that contact with them, and then completely avoid going out on dates with them because they're not interested. And I would say that that's a pretty good sign. Yes, that they're not really interested. And don't waste your time, guys.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for watching today. Next week, we're going to talk about some first date strategies as far as what to eat, what to wear, and what to drink. We'll get that covered next week. And as always, we'd love to hear from you, to ask questions, suggest topics, and give us feedback, or just say hi. I personally read and answer all your questions and comments, so please stop by and let me know what we can do to make this the best show it can be. Thanks again for watching, and I hope you have a fabulous week.